In the ancient lands of Mesopotamia, Jacob, a devoted husband and father, had served his uncle Laban for many years. When his beloved wife Rachel bore their son Joseph, Jacob knew it was time to return to his homeland. "Send me away, that I may go to my own place and to my country. Give me my wives and children for whom I have served you, and let me go. Please stay, for I have learned by experience that the Lord has blessed me for your sake. Name your wages, and I will give it." Jacob pleaded with him, saying, "What you had before I came was little, and it has increased to a great amount. The Lord has blessed you since my coming. And now, when shall I also provide for my own house?" Then Jacob made an unusual request. "I will continue to care for your flocks if you let me keep all the speckled, spotted, and brown sheep and goats as my wages." Laban agreed, but secretly removed all such animals from the flocks, giving them to his sons and putting a 3-day journey between them and Jacob. Jacob, however, had a divine plan. He placed peeled rods in the watering troughs, and soon the flocks bore speckled, spotted, and brown offspring. Then he separated his flock from Laban's, and the two flocks did not mix. Whenever the stronger livestock were about to conceive, Jacob placed rods in the watering troughs. When the weaker animals were about to conceive, Jacob did not use the rods. As a result, the weaker offspring stayed with Laban, while the stronger ones were part of Jacob's flock. Thus, Jacob's flocks grew strong and numerous, while Laban's dwindled. Jacob's prosperity grew immensely, with large flocks, servants, camels, and donkeys. Laban's sons grew envious, and Laban's attitude soured. So it is written in Genesis 31, verse 3, "Then the Lord said to Jacob, 'Return to the land of your fathers and to your family, and I will be with you.'" So Jacob called for Rachel and Leah to the field, and said to them how their father's countenance toward him had not been favorable, and reminded them of how Laban changed his wages 10 times. But God did not let him hurt me. He explained how God worked with the flocks. If Laban said, "The speckled shall be your wages," then the flocks bore speckled. If he said, "The streaked shall be your wages," then the flocks bore streaked. Then an angel of God spoke to me in a dream, saying, "Lift your eyes now and see. All the rams which leap on the flocks are streaked, speckled, and gray-spotted. For I have seen all that Laban is doing to you. I am the God of Bethel, where you anointed the pillar, and where you made a vow to me. Now arise, get out of this land, and return to the land of your family." Then Rachel and Leah answered and said to him, "Is there still any portion or inheritance for us in our father's house? Are we not considered strangers by him? For he has sold us and completely consumed our money. For all these riches which God has taken from our father are really ours and our children's. Now then, whatever God has said to you, do it." Jacob gathered his family and possessions and secretly fled towards Canaan. Unknown to Laban, Rachel took her father's household idols as they departed. And so Jacob crossed the river and headed towards the mountains of Gilead, trusting in God's promise to be with him. Thus Jacob, through God's grace, fled Laban, reclaiming his freedom and prospering on his journey back to the land of his fathers. Laban portrayed some shady characteristics in dealing with Jacob. What do you think Laban will do when he finds out that Jacob has left? Let us know in the comment section below. This brings us to the end of this part of Jacob's journey. We've seen that God's promise is true, and he has truly been with Jacob. Join us for the next part of the series, when Laban pursues Jacob, and Jacob prepares to meet with Esau. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating stories from biblical history.